Shock horror! According to an article in the Telegraph newspaper, languages could disappear from the UK school curriculum within a decade. But fear not. I want to explain why this in fact can be a very good thing if you're raising your child to be bilingual, trilingual or multilingual. Keep watching to find out why. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Kayi and I am a UK-based mum of two, actively raising my children to be trilingual. In today's video, I would like to share with you some really interesting insights from a newspaper article that my amazing stepfather kindly drew my attention to a while ago. It's titled, "Languages Could Fall Off School Curriculum in a Decade." So, I want to first give you a quick summary of the key points from the article before sharing with you some key takeaways and insights, explaining why I think this alarming trend presents both a crisis and immense opportunities for families like us and you who want to raise bilingual, trilingual and multilingual children. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so you'll always be the first to know when a new video comes out. Now let's get started. So, the article begins by explaining why languages could fall off the curriculum in a decade here in the UK, and the reason is simple. Because the country will run out of staff capable of teaching them. The annual British Council report shows that there has been a more than 60% fall in numbers taking GCSE French alone in the last 2 decades, down from 331,000 in 2003 to 131,000 this summer. This is a massive fall. To put it differently, the number more than halved, and don't forget that since 2003, the UK population has grown, so proportionally this drop is even more extreme. Also bear in mind that French has traditionally been the most popular second language among English pupils and in fact adults as well. According to the article, state schools in England do not have to teach those aged 5 to 10 a foreign language. It only becomes compulsory for children aged 7 to 11 to study a foreign language. For those of you not familiar with the UK school system, state schools refer to government-funded schools, or what you might call public schools in the US. And living in the UK ourselves, I know for a fact that my children's school, which is a very good state school in our area, does not teach foreign languages until year 3 or 3rd grade in American terminology. According to the article, Catherine Vintner, a private school head teacher in London, claimed that in practice, many schools are barely able to offer a language even when it becomes compulsory, with some only able to offer 30 minutes a week. And there's a problem in finding suitably qualified language teachers as well. 30 minutes a week, that's a shocking stat. Does anyone seriously think that a child can learn to speak a language with 30 minutes of classroom learning a week? Ms. Vintner believes that the key to reversing this trend is to introduce children to speaking and studying modern languages immersively at an earlier age. She said that in her school, pupils speak English and French in the classroom from age 5 and as a result are normally fluent by the age of 8 or 9. Okay, it sounds a bit like she's sneakily trying to promote her school in a national newspaper, but still, she certainly makes a valid point and reaffirms what we all know already, that the earlier you start teaching a child a language, the better. So, now that I've summarized the key findings of the article, what are the main takeaways that I would like to share with you? Now, before we carry on, I have a small favor to ask of you. If you're enjoying the video so far, please hit the subscribe button so that my videos can reach more people like you who care deeply about language learning and raising multilingual children. My overarching mission with my channel, my books and my website is to empower more parents to raise their children to speak more than one language and to make our world a more interconnected place. By subscribing to this channel, you can help make this happen. Thank you so much. So, what was my initial reaction when I first read this article? Alarm? A sense of crisis? but quickly followed by excitement, because straight away I saw that this alarming trend presents immense opportunities to families like us, and I knew I had to make a video about it on my channel. At this point, it's worth pointing out that this way of thinking about a crisis is in fact built into the Chinese word for crisis, 危机, which is made up of two characters. 危 means danger or crisis, and 机 means opportunities. Not to get too philosophical here, but most crises do contain opportunities if you know what to look out for. So let's try to unpack why this might be a crisis. Firstly, this article confirms that if your child attends a standard state school, you simply cannot assume that they can become fluent in a second language at school. As a parent, this means that you have to take matters into your own hands and take control of your child's language education. In practical terms, what this means is that if you want to raise your child to be bilingual, trilingual, or multilingual, you have two options. Option 1. Consider sending your child to a fully bilingual school from an early age if you don't want to entirely rely on yourselves. Option 2. Do it yourself or with your partner, possibly also with the help of grandparents, paid help, weekend language schools, etc. But if that's the route you take, you have to be super committed. If you're watching this video, I know that you are committed and want to do this right. There's so much information on my channel that you can access totally for free and implement straight away. You can also check out my book, of course. So that's the crisis part. What about the opportunities? And this is where things get exciting. Firstly, if current trends continue, in the UK at least, there will be fewer people who are fluent in a second, let alone third or fourth language in 10-20 years' time. But as I have discussed before in my other videos, language skills are increasingly valued by employers. Check out my video, The Top 3 Benefits of Being Bilingual, if you want to find out more. But here's a quick recap of the stats. Numerous recent surveys show that being multilingual can improve one's earning potential by anything from 3% to as much as 15%. Bilingual and multilingual candidates are also more likely to be hired in the first place. In the US, between 2016 and 2019, the demand for bilingual talent increased by 14%. In 2020, 75% of employers in the UK said that they valued foreign language skills. These figures clearly suggest that employers are increasingly aware of the value of bilingual employees and are actively seeking out individuals with language skills. So, what this means is that if you successfully raise your child to be bilingual, trilingual, or multilingual, your child will automatically have a major advantage when they grow up. Language skills are useful across so many sectors. Just to give you some examples, the most obvious one, being fluent in two or more languages equips you with the skills to become a translator or interpreter, which is what I do when I'm not working on this channel or my books. Teaching and education. As the article mentioned, there will be a significant shortage of language teachers in the future, so this could be a great career option for bilingual individuals. Business and commerce. In today's global economy, many businesses operate internationally. Language skills are highly valued in fields such as international marketing, sales, and negotiation. Tourism and hospitality. The tourism industry is set to continue to grow as the middle class expands globally. Language skills are, needless to say, a huge asset in this sector. Technology and localization. In the tech industry, language skills are essential for roles related to localization, which involves adapting software, websites, and other digital content for different languages and cultures. Even if your child never ends up applying the language skills to their career directly, being bilingual has so many benefits for the brain that your child will absolutely benefit indirectly from the language skills. Check out my video about some of these amazing brain benefits if you're interested. So, to summarize, the bad news coming out of this article is that you cannot rely on your child's school to teach them a foreign language anymore. But then we always kind of knew that anyway, didn't we? The good news is that if you are dedicated and committed to raising your child to be bilingual, trilingual, or multilingual, you can potentially give your child a huge advantage in the job market 20 years down the line and set them up for success. And the other piece of good news is that you can find out how to do all this by watching all the videos on my channel available for free, and by reading my book, Bilingual and Trilingual Parenting 101, which costs less than the price of a coffee and a slice of cake from Starbucks. My sister and I have also launched a series of bilingual picture books for multilingual families called My Everyday Life. These books are perfect for babies, toddlers, and preschoolers, and are now available in many language combinations, including English and Chinese, English and Japanese, English and Spanish, English and Russian, and very soon, German as well. Thank you very much for watching today's video, guys. I really hope that you found it helpful. If you have any questions, please write a comment below and I'll do my best to answer them as always. Thank you and see you in my next video. Bye bye! 再见，巴卡巴卡。